They lost those games without their star quarterback, that man on your screen, Jalen Hurts. First, it was the Dallas Cowboys loss. Then they lost to the Saints. But Jalen Hurts, he practiced at the walkthrough today. Reports say he ran with the first-team offense during the walkthrough as well. Another step closer to Hurts being able to play. You can hear like a resounding clap.
Yeah.
Are set. Shady McCoy, Eagles all-time rushing leader. I know you're excited about this news. Should the Eagles play
What you say? You're in the Eagles locker room. He's practicing. Okay, bet. You know what that meant. That was the call.
Bye. You didn't say bye.
I can't say bye. I'm too excited. Listen.
You don't even know the question.
I love to say this. It's about my birds. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me. Come on.
Should the Eagles play Jalen Hurts?
Yes, they should. Look, listen, Acho. Sources close. A close source told me that he's playing. I always want to say that. That's like my thing. I see it on ESPN and Fox all the time. Like, anyway. Yes, they should play him. Why not? Why shouldn't they play him? Since he hasn't played, we've lost games. This is an important game right here. It's for the number 1 seed. And everybody knows this. The number 1 seed is so important just because simple reasons like this. When I was in not the bubble, but we was in the COVID, and it was like no fans there. When I was with the Bucks, we had that whole playoff stretch, right? It was all away games. People don't know that. It was all away games, and we won all the games, Super Bowl, obviously, bling, bling, bling. The problem was, for the home team, it wasn't a home game, right? So if the clock is running down, right, it's 3 seconds on the play clock, and Brady has to make an adjustment or alert to the wide receiver, they're blitzing, you can say it. He's hot, et cetera, play, or X out, something like that, whatever the play may be. You can tell him that without burning a timeout, without, hitting it to get the ball out. Now, when you come to Philadelphia, you come to the Link, it's going to be loud, they're going to be rocking, they're going to be drinking, they're going to be partying, and depending on who it is, it's going to be cold out there, and everybody don't like to play in the cold. They don't like to play in the cold. You bring the boys from Dallas up there in the cold, they're going to be freezing, ready to quit. So, yes, Jalen Hurts is playing this week for first seed. I think I've got a flag coming. Bring that flag.
Bring the flag.
Bring that flag, baby. Bring that flag. Don't keep me waiting now. Don't keep me waiting now. Yeah. Bring it over here. I'm sorry to take over the segment. Bring it over here, please. Can they see me? Yeah, let me say something right here. No, look, Jalen Hurts, they said his shoulder's better.
Can we just keep the flag on set?
He gonna put that one on. He gonna be out there. We gonna get a W, get the first seed. Playoffs in Philadelphia. You never been to Philadelphia when it's playoff time. It's gonna be cracking. I'm gonna be there. Kevin Hart's gonna be there. Meek Mill's gonna be there. We gonna get that thing turned up. Oh, I can't wait. My bad.
We gotta get
They told me Jalen's back, baby.
You're good.
Sorry about that.
For Shady.
It's my flag. I miss my flag. I miss him, and I miss my flag.
We can leave the flag there. I'm sure we'll need it again. Joy, should the Eagles play Jalen Hurts if cleared?
Yeah, of course. This game matters. This isn't obviously they've clinched, and we know that they're going to be in the playoffs. But to have an injury situation, not just with Jalen Hurts, but around their team, the way it is, they've been getting banged up towards the end of the season. So to have all their games at home and to have a week off would be huge. Like this is a game that should matter. And if he's capable of playing, I think you should play him because you're going to have the bye if you win. You don't want him another week from not seeing the field coming out right into the playoffs. He doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. That is just a fact.
That's true.
So to have him be out there on the field, get, whatever nerves out, start to feel good. When you have an injury, you got to test it out a little bit and see how you feel when it's live. Yeah, it's like, all right, we're not going to go that far. You got to test it out a little bit. So I think it's very important. And you mentioned Shady, because I think it's important to remind everyone, they lost. They lost those games because they didn't have Jalen Hurts on the field. You can say whatever you want about anybody can step in this offense and do whatever they want. He ain't really the MVP. He's not that important. He's not that good. All right, well, they lost 2. They had 29.4 yards per game with him, 22 without. Rushing yards per game, 158 down to 77. And the turnover margin was plus 12 to minus 3.
That's half.
Half, Eddie. Not good.
Jalen Hurts. He should be a break glass if needed player. I do not urgently believe that Jalen Hurts should play in this game. Now, I urgently believe the Eagles need to win this game. But if you are telling me that the Eagles starters cannot beat the Giants or the Giants backups, we have a bigger problem at hand. Jason Kelce said post-game, I don't care about playoff seeding. We got more bleep to handle. Jalen Hurts should be a break glass if needed player. The Eagles can beat anybody, anywhere, at any time with a healthy Jalen Hurts. Period. Anybody, anywhere, anytime with a healthy Jalen Hurts. But they can lose to anybody, anywhere, anytime with an injured Jalen Hurts or an absent Jalen Hurts. So what is more important to me than a 1 seed is a healthy Jalen Hurts. Because what is a 1 seed without Jalen Hurts? What is a 1 seed with an injured Jalen Hurts? And what is a 5 seed with Jalen Hurts? A long break, I understand that, and I respect that, Joy. But the Eagles started this season coming off a 200-day break and won 8 straight games. Regular season, it was not the playoffs. But I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts' maturation. I'm more worried about Jalen Hurts' health. LaShawn McCoy, give me Jalen Hurts closer to 100% as opposed to a more injured Jalen Hurts and a easier path to the playoffs. Eagles, I ain't worried about them going to Tampa. Yeah. I ain't worried about the Eagles going to Levi Stadium. Any more worried than I am the Eagles having to play the 49ers. Levi Stadium ain't hard to play. We played there together in 2014. So I want Jalen Hurts fully healthy more than I want a 1 seed. But again, the Giants starters are Eagles backups. And that's how I'll end this conversation with my take. Andrew Thomas, Dexter Lawrence, Saquon Barkley. Those 3 players as starters for the Giants could start for the Eagles. Anybody else on the New York Giants as a starter would be an Eagles backup. So if the Giants starters are Eagles backups, then the Giants backups, what are they to the Eagles? The 3rd team? Come on, man. You have bigger issues at hand. Jalen Hurts, break glass only if needed, and you shouldn't need him, Dave Hellman.
We've already seen,
that sounds good, though.
It sounds great.
It's not right, but it sounds good.
We've already seen this wonderful Eagles team and what it looks like without Jalen Hurts, especially against the Saints. We're not even having this conversation if these guys can beat a bum Saints team. Like, that's a bad team.
10 points.
Bad team.
10 points.
Bad team.
We're not even doing this. We're sitting here. We wouldn't have to have this argument if the Eagles without Jalen Hurts could have taken care of business against the Saints. And they didn't, because this is the NFL. And I agree with you, the Giants are not an amazing team. They're still an NFL team. The variable, obviously, is how hard the Giants even want to go, because they don't have a whole lot to play for. They're locked into the 6th seed. It gets dicey there, but if Jalen Hurts is healthy, and I want to preface that, like, let's not force this guy into a game if he's not completely healthy, but if he's participating in the walkthrough on a Wednesday, that is typically a very, very good sign for his availability. Like, he wouldn't be practicing. It gets dicey when a guy's not practicing until Friday or Saturday, right? But on Wednesday, 3 weeks removed from the injury,
3 weeks, yep.
I would say you're pretty healthy. And think about, this game is so enormous for so many reasons. Like, you're talking about the difference. If you win this game, you only have to win 2 playoff games. That's a whole extra game.
That matters.
And like, you can make all the jokes you want about, oh, I'm not worried about Tampa. Wild card teams do this all the time. Tampa made a run as a wild card team. The Green Bay team we just had an argument about won their Super Bowl as a wild card team. The Seahawks in 2011 had a losing record and won a game against a much better Saints team as a wild card team. Like, weird stuff happens in football. Weird stuff happens in the playoffs. The fewer games you have to play, the better off you are. So go beat the Giants and not even have to worry about that stuff, and you get an extra week to be healthy instead of having guys in the training room on Monday, practicing on Wednesday to go to Tampa on Saturday. You don't want those problems if you don't have to have them.
And a bigger thing is this. So, first of all, Jalen Hurts right now is going to be healthier than he'll ever be, right? Because even before the injury, he was banged up. It's football. He started the whole year. So nobody's going to be 100%.
Sure.
But I think that if he could go out there now, I'm sure he'll be 80, 90%. Okay, and then the bye week is so important because it's not all Jalen Hurts. Now, he is the key to make this thing go. But Lane Johnson, he might need an extra week to get healthy. We got other guys that's banged up for playing a whole season. So now, not only does Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson get some help and some
Rest.
Some rest and get healthy, what about all the other players on the team? This is a team thing, man.
You bring up a good point, Joy. The point that he brings up, and this is the elephant in the room, Lane Johnson, the best right tackle in the game. Some would argue
He needs his
the
rest.
best tackle in the game. He absolutely does. But as everybody was watching that Eagles game last week, the backup right tackle gave up 2 sacks. The first sack of the game came on the right side. Shady, you know pass protection greater than I do. Miles Sanders has to cross protection,
Yeah,
go to the right side, misses a block on number 55 for the Saints sack.
Yeah.
Without Lane Johnson, the Eagles allowed the most sacks they've had all season.
That's true.
In large part because of Gardner Minshew as well. Jalen Hurts is more elusive. But does it not bother you, Joy, that if you do bring Jalen Hurts out there, you're bringing him out there without his best offensive lineman, and Jalen Hurts has a contact injury?
But here's the problem. If he's playing, then he's healthy enough to play. The Eagles are not going to force him out there to win this game. they know it's more important to have a healthy Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. So they're not forcing him out there. If he's practicing right now and he's going to play on Sunday, it's because he's ready to play. So if he's ready to play, he should be playing in this game. Because if you're worried about health, why would you want to play